Cheers to This Is Life.
I don't know. I gotta wait till we see what it looks like on there. If I gotta take it down, I'll take it down. Man, I wear sunglasses. Shh.
You know, we want to help people helping people. We are all here together. Why not be successful? Why not help each other? Why not be something? And there doesn't have to be so much picking and hating and judging. And this is a free judge zone. I don't judge anybody, and you always welcome in here. So let's.
I judge people all the time.
Well, you know what, dude? Cheers to good friends, great energy, and a live chat room in this podcast. Hey, yo, this is life. Thank you, everyone. Newcomers, oldcomers, friends, family. We love you all. Shout the fuck out. If you're afraid to talk to me or if I am too aggressive for you, go fuck yourself. But if you're not and you're interested in talking, please pick up the phone, holler at me. And my own experiences, I left at 16. I moved out when I was 16 years old, people. I had 3 jobs, my own apartment, and I had a baby, and I had things to deal with. My husband will tell you, I am a fighter, I am a strong person, and I am Jess. There's nothing less, and he is Rocky, and he never gives me anything less, and that's what's so important, I am so damn blessed to have you as my partner in crime. We don't need friends, you know why? Because we have each other. Cheers on that. Cheers on
Salud.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're bugging. Well, I guess.
Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's 9 p.m., of course. This is life, and you're here with me, Jay Rabbit, your favorite, of course, and my amazing husband, Rocky, from the Super Ugly Show.
He is amazing.
I am amazing.
We also have my cute little brother here. Yeah, my little brother, Mark. He is from...
little fella.
Oh.
Little fella over there.
He is actually not a little fella at
No,
all.
he's
When we were younger, I used to fucking throw him. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'd throw him and all his friends all over the front lawn and just beat the shit out of all of them. And he laughed. He thought it was funny. And then all of a sudden, he hit like 14, 15. And I went to go, and he looked at me, and I was like,
Yeah, Mark's friend going, oh, no, Jess's big tits are throwing me around. This
I
sucks.
wasn't like that to his friends, though. It wasn't about my tits, right?
They would still be impressed against young boys.
No, it was about me I was an older sister, right? I would beat them up.
Yeah.
They didn't like...
And then, Mark, how many times...
Oh, please don't.
How many times did they go back and go, dude, I felt your sister's boob when she was done?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And all the kids, they were all like, like little shits. It was never,
Your sister's boob rubbed against my back.
Oh, my God. It wasn't even like that. They were like, yo, your fat sister's so fucking annoying. It's more like what it was.
You're probably right.
Seriously, we got a lot of fucking great and different things to talk about tonight, babe.
We do. On Super Ugly before, we were talking about Cardi B and what a wonderful role model she is for these young girls. That she's a braggart, in fact, about drugging innocent men and robbing them blind. And then, going online after the fact that she becomes rich and famous and brags about it, about how she used to do this.
Why would she tell people
Well, this
that?
is old news, though.
Yeah,
That's old news.
No, I know that, but why would she even say that, though?
Weird.
Like, you're now a figure.
Because,
Yeah, she's a figure, all right.
Yeah.
Besides
Just gotta
plastic surgery.
earn a hood stripes, Gotta make sure I'm still hood.
That is fucked
Yeah.
up.
It's absolutely insane.
And you look at that, and I go, this is what my daughter listens to.
Actually, she doesn't listen to Cardi. Neither one of our daughters listen to her.
But,
But it's on the radio.
it's there.
An influence.
It's in the zeitgeist. Layla listens to it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not an influence and it's not there. It's just like,
But
to me, she's a
we were
fucking
talking
joke.
about how, like, with Madonna, they were like, oh my God, she wears her bra on the outside. And that was like,
I was
holy
a Cyndi
shit.
Lauper.
Yeah.
I liked Madonna, but I was more Cyndi Lauper, and I liked that whole, I wear what I want, I do what I want, I'm a girl, I got what I want, blah, blah, blah.
Like
I liked that.
And that was Cyndi Lauper's like biggest controversy was girls want to have fun and people were like, oh, not too much fun, Cyndi,
Not too much fun, Cyndi.
But you got this girl out here who's bragging about shit like that. You got Cash Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside. That girl is probably the most ridiculous, and of course has all these people that go, oh my God, somebody catch him outside, and they keep on saying the same words. He goes, even when you say it, it doesn't sound
But no, but
cool.
she does music now.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
She
Yeah.
does.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't
she's-
heard her music?
Yeah, she does music.
Oh,
She's a
boy.
musician now, of
I
course.
didn't hear.
Special.
Because
That's special.
anyone can be a musician now.
It's true
Anyone
because they
can
use
be.
a lot of computers.
It,
It's
it
true.
doesn't matter who you are.
Without pure talent, I mean, they do use a lot
Listen, when
of
we were
synthesizers.
kids, we didn't waste money. We didn't have money to waste. Like, it was in that kind of world. Now, kids get fixated on an object or a person, and they fucking will do anything to throw money at it.
Or to be like that,
Right?
which is, I don't know why everybody's not teaching their kids to be like themselves.
Here's a
Yeah,
good one.
There's no individualism.
Here's a good one.
That's not.
This just popped up on my fucking phone here. 13-year-old boy hangs himself at home after finding out from WhatsApp group chat that a WhatsApp group chat that the girl he had secret crush on had a boyfriend.
Oh my god.
So he killed himself?
He died after Harry's story died after found hanging by his father at family home. 13-year-old boy.
That is the most unbelievably sad story.
Well, no, because the
They-
girl he liked was dating someone else.
Because
Mark,
they're
Mark,
weak and they're sad.
Mark,
They're weak.
what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
We're fucking babying these
We're
fucking kids.
thinning
Oh,
the herd.
Thinning the herd. Oh,
That
God.
kid was a fucking wimp. He hung himself because a girl he liked
I
dated
don't agree
someone
with,
else.
I don't agree
How
with
old
that.
is he?
13.
13.
He's more than capable of knowing that
my
is not
God.
a reasonable solution.
It's not a reasonable solution, but who knows what his home life was like, what kind of parents he had, or
Well,
if he
that's
had
the
someone
article.
to talk to.
The article says it was because of a girl that he had a crush
I
on.
get that, but there has to be a deeper root.
There
he
could be.
had to be.
Yeah,
something.
I'm just going
Maybe
with
he
what
had
I
no
have
one
in
to
front of
turn
me.
to.
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I don't want to be saying it like, oh, guess what? He just did that. No big deal because they're weak. No, he did that probably because he had no support system. He had nobody to go to. Depression is a mental sickness. that these
Suicide's
people-
glamorized nowadays. It is. It's glamorized.
Depression and this fucking bullshit.
All of it's
is
glamorized.
Just inflamed in our society, and it's a shame.
It's an excuse and it's a cop
I
out
don't know
for
if it's
most.
so much glamorized or
It
if
absolutely-
or if it's people learning how to get attention.
Oh,
Right.
snap.
No, it's
what do we
not.
got?
The man of the hour.
Who do we have? Who
The
do we have?
one and
Ooh,
only.
Dr. Earl.
Motherfucking
Hey,
Dr.
everybody,
Earl.
what's going on?
What's up, Earl? Where's the proof? Do you have the proof in your hand?
Oh, it's in my. I have to go back inside.
It's under
I'm
his
outside
pillow.
right now.
But let me
All right,
ask
but
you. Tell me about
but I-
it.
It's awesome. I love them. I do appreciate them.
Are they under your pillow, Earl?
No, I have them in one of my dresser drawers.
Did you try them on yet?
No, I'm not gonna do
I'm
that.
gonna try
Yeah,
it.
I know that.
But I wrote a personalized note to Earl also, and I sprayed it with my perfume so he knows what I smell like.
That's right. I shipped that right out for you, buddy. You're welcome.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
So what's going on
Yeah,
today,
so-
Earl?
I'm not sure. What is this guy's problem? He commits suicide because some girl he's digging is interested in someone else.
What did you?
Oh, Earl's on hold. Big Josh is
Oh
here.
my God! You just put him on hold like that?
Yeah. Big
What up,
Josh, what up?
Josh?
Josh, what are you camping?
No, he's got no power.
Well, you're breaking up,
Go
Josh.
back-
We're going back to Earl.
Go back to Earl. I can't. He's breaking up too much.
Let me call Earl
I
back.
can't even believe that you did that to my Earl.
I got him.
Unbelievable.
I got him. Sorry, Earl.
Earl,
It's okay. I was wondering what. Yeah, I'm here.
Rocky put you on hold without telling you. I'm sorry. Please keep going.
It's okay.
I, did
I
no
thought
such
somebody
thing, Earl.
somebody else called in. I needed to speak to him for a second.
Josh called in, but it wasn't working out, and I wasn't happy
Yeah,
with the
Big
switch
Josh
over.
had
Go
called
back.
in.
I want it back
so
to
we
you.
went back to Earl. Oh my God, Josh is
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
kill you.
So what the hell's going on? This guy commits suicide because some girl he was digging on likes somebody else.
Was dating
Yep.
someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Now, what the fuck? Come on. And there are a lot of other fishes in the sea. There's a lot of other chicks out there you could get a hook
Fishes
up
in the
with. You know?
sea. What do you mean by that, Earl?
I mean, there's a lot of other women out there. It's an
Of
old
course,
phrase.
Earl,
back
I know
then,
what you
know?
meant. I knew what you meant.
That's an old
He's
phrase. I
being
never
a pain
heard
in the
that
ass.
phrase.
I knew what you meant. Keep going.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I'm going to get inside the car and talk about this, so I'm able to talk a lot more louder here.
Yeah, you don't want people to
There's
think you're a
a-
bad guy.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm a whack job or something like that. There's there's lots of other women out there to talk to seek to get attention from, to get to be interested in. Other than there's just one, unless this guy was that obsessed with this one woman, he's like. But then again, come on, to kill yourself over that, come on.
What do you think that is? You think that's thinning the herd, Earl?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know if the guy was that upset.
Whatever. Thanos.
I cannot explain it.
Hey.
But then again, who knows? I remember here when Michael Jackson died in 2009.
You're kidding? Michael Jackson died?
Rocky.
Yeah.
When?
You also got to remember that some idiot could kill themselves because they couldn't imagine a world without Michael Jackson.
I know. Exactly.
Were
It is a little
were you thinking about it when Michael Jackson died? Were you like, maybe I should end it all? It's not worth living without him here?
No, hell no. I was never big on Michael Jackson. Remember, I'm a rock and roll
Really?
dude.
Everyone told me that you're huge on Michael Jackson.
Never was.
Wow,
Jeez,
dude. I had like at least 10 people tell me you're the biggest Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah, right. Please.
Bullshit. I don't believe it, Earl.
I know.
Right, you see Rocky, what kind of mood he's in?
If you guys knew what was in my collection, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Not even that, but you can hear what kind of mood
Bet
Rocky's
your ass
in
I'd
tonight.
be like, what the fuck?
I know.
What is that doing in there? Get that one out of here, right? Am I right, Earl?
Get what? What the fuck?
No, the Michael Jackson.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh, is right. Fuck that guy, right? Like the way he fucked all those kids, allegedly.
Oh, God. You know what? Something to say,
tonight.
now that he's gone and now he's no longer here to defend himself, that whole thing that case will probably never be closed.
Is it true that you once masturbated to the Michael Jackson black or white video?
What?
Yeah, I was told that.
Who the fuck is feeding you all this bullshit?
Nobody is feeding
I don't
him,
like to
Earl.
reveal.
No.
Rocky
You're just trying to start. You're trying to
getting you riled up. He's getting you riled
Someone
up.
told me, dude. I'm just
Nobody's-
asking the questions.
You're trying to get me triggered and it's not working.
Good. Earl, you
Earl,
focus
I'm a professional
on me.
broadcaster. I need to ask the questions that need to be asked. That's all I'm saying.
You focus on me,
Okay.
Earl. You don't focus on him. You focus on him when it's super ugly. When it comes to This Is Life, it's all about me and you. We're focusing. I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, this you heard about this reality TV show that was out. It was like recently, right? It was let me get the name of it here. It was like what's about Miriam? What's it about Miriam? It was called.
Really?
Right?
Never heard of that.
All right. So it was like this show. It was like a bachelor
Rose
show.
in like the UK or something.
Yeah, it was
right?
a bachelor show, and it was like guys trying to be with Miriam, and they were all competing against to be with her. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
And so, the whole show, everybody's competing, and at the end of the show, her big secret that nobody knew was that she was a transgender.
Oh boy.
So the whole show, these men are competing for her, and then they find out at the end she's a man, right?
Now everyone remembers Jenny Jones, right? Do you remember Jenny
Jenny
Jones?
Jones?
Yes.
When that
Or was it Ricky Lake or whoever it was?
No, it was. I think it was Jenny
Jones,
Jones,
right? And she brought
Yeah.
the guy out, and she said, "You got a secret admirer," and they brought out
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy, and
John
the guy ended up.
Schmidt and the guy was Scott Adamore,
Yeah.
two Michigan natives,
Yep,
Wow,
and
you
he-
know the whole fucking lowdown on this, huh?
Yes, I remember,
He killed him.
Yeah, he killed him.
Killed Scott Adamore because apparently Scott Adamore would not leave John Schmidt alone.
Right.
Earl, is it true that you and David Coverdale are in a legal battle over that
Rocky.
hairstyle?
Oh gosh.
Listen, Earl, so check this out now, right? So this was February this year. So now after the show airs and there's a whole bunch of shit going on, she goes back to her hometown, and I believe hold on, making sure here. It was Australia. New York told her, oh no, she was in Mexico. Sorry, she was in Mexico, and they had found her dead.
Wow.
In her house in Mexico. Now they're saying
Murder.
that she killed herself, but her husband's speculating that somebody on the show was angry and they were from Mexico or wherever, and that they had killed her.
They should call Quincy.
What do you think about
Emily-
that? Do you now? First
Well,
of all, I think it's the show's fault That's just something you
Absolutely.
don't lie about.
Absolutely.
This isn't like I have a child.
I've made
and
out
never
with a
told you.
man.
Right.
I've made out with a man on national TV.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a woman. It turned out to be a dude. I feel humiliated. I feel embarrassed.
Right,
I cannot
exactly.
even go to work. The same situation with John Schmidt.
Yeah.
They already signed the waiver, so you can't stop it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, they found her dead and whatever, and I just was wondering if you think that you believe it was her herself, or you think somebody did it to her.
It's hard to call. They need to look into. It's a hard card to call, but then again, I would not be surprised if it was murder. Because of the amount of humiliation you're gonna face when you find out that she is really a he or used to be a he.
Right, exactly. And then, of course, here you are thinking you're on the show to be with a woman, and you find out it's a man. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but this man is really hot,
yes.
Earl. So, like, what's the big deal, right?
Yeah, but still, you know how some men are. There's very
Now,
few
if that
guys
happened to
out
you,
there that
Earl,
would-
if that happened to you and you made a connection and she was really beautiful, would you still be accepting to be in a relationship?
You're thinking about it too long.
Here's the thing. Did she get rid of that thing between her legs
No.
officially?
Well, that's the mystery.
Oh,
You don't know yet.
Yeah.
Forget it. I'm sorry. I just don't see myself with a tranny anytime soon. I'm sorry.
Not anytime soon.
It's like Mark
No,
says. It's
never,
only gay if
never.
there's
More
contact
like
made.
never, actually. More like, yeah.
I am definitely giggling inside.
Yeah, dude. Back to Jenny Jones. Did you ever? I remember this. During the trial, all the TV news stations back in Detroit and elsewhere were broadcasting the whole scenario on TV. And they even got Jenny Jones back in there.
Earl, is
Yeah.
it true you worked for the ABC affiliate in Michigan?
No,
No? Okay.
no.
Okay.
I never worked on any. The only in fact, the only TV personality I met was a guy named Mike Duffy, who reviewed a lot of movies, I guess.
Where'd you meet him?
I was at a place called Paychecks in Hamtramck, Michigan.
Whoa, what is that?
It's basically
Sounds like a strip club
it's
you
like-
cash your check at.
it was a music place where bands came and played, local groups and that,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, wait a second. I have
what
to.
we were
I have to
talking
throw this
about.
out there because Earl, I want you to know something. You're not just a part of our show. We don't just love you because you're a great fan, but also when you're not on or we're not on the show, my husband does talk about you, and this is what he says to me the other day. We're in the living room, and he said to me, "I want to tell you why I love Dr. Earl," and I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because you can ask him anything. You can say anything to him, and
Right
he
on.
will have a legit, logical fucking answer." And I was like, you're right. Every time you say something, Earl has like the snappiest comeback or something. And we really appreciate
He's got a
the
good head on his
contribution. He
shoulders.
really does. And he says that about you when you're not around, just so you know. He may bust your balls, but he loves you.
Yeah. At times I often bust them back,
No, you sure do, brother.
I was on another program not too long ago, and somebody said, "Well, Tommy NC 2010 says you shouldn't be around little kids." I was like, "Yeah, really? This is coming from a guy who couldn't even get a hand job from one of the janitors back in elementary."
What?
Oh, my
He-
fucking God.
He couldn't get a
He
hand
got
job from the
hand job
janitor?
from the janitor?
Yeah.
He got one from
He
the
got
janitor?
a hand
No,
job.
he couldn't even get one.
Who's
He was
trying
just
to,
a
though?
loser.
But he was trying to get
Are
hand jobs.
people trying to get hand
Tommy
jobs from the
NC was
janitor?
saying, can I
mean,
get a hand
but
job?
he couldn't even try.
I
Could
know
not even
Tommy,
try.
and Tommy
I don't
definitely
know
was
who
not
Tommy
trying to
is.
get hand jobs from janitors.
I know.
He was
I
not.
know.
Oh, my fucking
Tommy,
God.
I
Earl.
like Tommy, Earl. I
Earl,
like Tommy.
where are
I
the
know, I
panties,
know.
Earl? We want to see the panties that you won for completing the
Okay.
contest. Go get them quick.
Yeah.
While he's
Yeah,
doing
well,
that,
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Can we get back to this janitor hand job thing? Where did that even come about, Earl?
I just came that up at the last minute,
and he's
basically.
a fucking basically.
That's
came up
good,
last
man.
minute.
That is some
That
good improv shit
good.
right there.
He is
Yeah.
While-
Janitor hand jobs. I gotta
while-
write that
Yeah,
shit down.
Listen to this. While he's going to get the panties, I have a really cool subject. And well, not cool. No, wait. I don't have a cool subject. I have a story. Yeah.
Subject,
Go
So,
ahead.
man beheads his nephew
What?
on suspicion of having an affair with his wife.
Oh boy.
This was in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, and he literally in front of the family.
Good.
He attacked his nephew
alive, right?
while he was
Still alive.
asleep in the dairy farm. He accused him of the sleeping with his wife, blah, blah, blah. He remained that he pulled him outside in front of everybody, cut his fucking head off with a sharp object.
Oh my God.
And then he's like hiding now. They can't find him.
Fucking insane.
He took this guy's head off because he thought he was sleeping with his wife. Baby, tell me what you would do if you found out or you thought somebody was sleeping with me.
If I thought it,
Yeah, like if you thought someone was sleeping with me, would you behead them?
How many people you
well,
think?
no, I would have to like.
How many
Yeah,
people you
How
think?
many people you think are really sleeping with your
yeah,
wife?
I
How
know,
many
right?
people?
How many?
How many do you really?
Well, first I gotta narrow down who it is.
Earl.
But-
Earl.
No, I mean like I would have
Right
to have
here.
substantial.
Let me see,
proof
Earl. Let me
before a
see.
beheading.
Everybody, these are the
Okay.
panties that
Because,
Earl won
yeah.
because he drank a raw egg live.
I'm definitely not gonna behead someone over. a
Yes,
hunch.
hold him
There
out.
they
Like, do
are.
them nice. Let him see them
Yeah,
nice.
do it nice.
I gotta sit down the phone, guys.
All right,
Okay,
sit
you
down
do
the
that,
phone.
and then
Here you go.
Look at this. Look at those.
Look
Ooh,
at that. Beautiful.
nice. And what do they
Nice.
smell like? What do they smell like?
$1,000,000.
Yeah, I smell. It's pretty good. I
Yeah.
don't know what fragrance it is.
It's called pussy.
It's called my
It's
wife's
called
box.
clean pussy.
I'm on the wrong show.
My wife's pussy.
Sorry, as my little brother is.
My wife's pussy juice.
Oh my fucking god!
Earl, did you get my underwear that I sent you?
No, but those are next.
No.
All right, now Earl, here's the kicker. I actually wore those before we sent them out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so what you're sniffing is my lovely scent.
That's a fucking lie.
Oh, God.
I'm
That's
just
a
kidding.
fucking
I'm
lie.
just-
I know.
I'm just joshing.
We
you.
all know that's a lie.
I'm just
yeah.
joshing you, Earl.
So as we're talking of all these lovely people in the world, right? So recently,
Yeah.
we live in Long Island, so this is Central Islip, just in case you don't know where it is. It's on Long Island. There was a woman who was sentenced to 20 years in prison because she was charged with child pornography. And what she was doing, listen to this fucking retard. Oh my God, I can't even stand it. This is what she did. I'm sorry, I'm pulling it up. I'm getting this. He says,
Earl, in the meantime, is the ultimate Texas movie Dazed and Confused?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh,
What?
so wait.
Earl.
Ready?
Oof.
So
Earl.
she's 32 and she was sentenced April for pleading guilty to conspiracy to sexually exploit a child, sexual exploitation of a child, production of child pornography,
Say that again?
child production of child pornography.
She
And
said it weird before,
child
like
sexual
porn.
exploitation. Pornography. No, but really though, this is right around the block from my fucking house, and she was there was a 12-year-old girl that she was making do sexual things. The girl got away, and then also they found all this pornography in her house. You are a piece of shit, and I hope you go back to the Ukraine. That's
Oh,
where
she's gonna
or
burn.
Ukraine.
No
I
doubt.
thought she should spend 20 years in jail.
Yeah, they put her in 20 years in jail, but I hope she would go back to the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope so as well. You don't want that sort of thing around.
She should go back to the Ukraine
Yeah.
and try that in your own. Why don't you try that in your own country?
Oh, they
Do
would
that
like it.
shit over. Yeah, they probably would.
Oh boy, they're not gonna tolerate that just shit. They'll probably chop off her crotch in a minute.
Oh my God! They
clit,
take
right?
her lips. Imagine they just take her lips,
Oh.
they pull them out, and then they saw them off with like a
Oh,
leg
boy.
razor.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Ooh.
They do those.
Wow.
Those
You see who
clit
I'm married
removals
to?
That's
in
aggressive.
tribes.
He's breathing off.
They do those clit removals like tribes.
Oh,
like
fuck.
yeah, like you fuck
Like a
around,
tribe.
bye to your clit.
Did
Yep.
you guys ever see that movie? Was it Green?
Green Inferno.
Green Inferno?
Oh my
Ah.
God, that was one of the craziest.
Yeah.
That had some
movies.
good moments.
Where the guy just starts jerking off in the middle of the cage for no reason. They're like,
It's
"What the fuck are you
he's
doing?"
Nervous jerking off.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were eating these people like
And the other
alive.
guy takes a shit.
Gross.
Yeah.
Damn.
Earl, I love you. I'm
Good
going to get you
moments.
off for a second because we need to discuss another issue, and I hope you stay in the room
Okay.
and chat.
All right, I'll be here.
All right,
All
cool.
right,
Love
Dr.
you.
Earl,
Bye.
We love you,
Bye-bye.
Dr. Earl.
Bye. All right, so check this
Bye-bye.
out. So, why don't you go right now and bring up what happened today at dinner because I'm glad we need to talk about it. Go ahead.
All right. So we're having dinner. My 4-year-old, who does not listen for a fucking thing, so this isn't an isolated incident, has a roll in her hand. Mom first says, "Put the roll down, take a bite." She doesn't. So then Dad goes, "Put the roll down, take a bite."
But she keeps on now taking the roll and taking a bite of the roll, not of her plate chicken and
Yeah.
chicken and green beans.
So I said it a second time, correct?
Yes.
Second time. And then she looks at me and goes, Hold on. So I take the roll now, very angrily, by the way, rip it out of her hand and hurl it through the kitchen.
Across the kitchen.
Now you got no fucking roll. So now this
You
whole
got no
this whole
fucking
thing
roll.
starts now, of course, So long story short, Valentina's then sitting there, and behind her, she was not aware I was there, very loudly screamed, "Eat your fucking dinner."
I wasn't. Wait. Eating. Eat your fucking dinner!
Yeah,
And she was.
like I just explained.
But I wanted them to hear how different. So she's sitting, and I'm in the other room. So I jumped because I wasn't expecting it. She jumps and starts hysterical crying, and I run in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why are you yelling at her like that? She wasn't expecting it. You fucking scared the shit out of her, and you scared me. I'm like, get outside right now and get yourself calm. So it turns into an argument between the two of us because, all right, let's be realistic here. My brother's sitting next to me. I grew up in a house of yelling, and my dad and I clashed for a very long time, and that is the nicest way that I can put it. And I get very nervous when my husband yells because of my own things I deal with from growing up. And so
And when I yell, like it's a boom.
he never yells, but
It's
when
a boom.
he does,
but when I do, it's a boom.
It is a lot, and
Like you wouldn't think it comes out of me, but yeah, I can yell with the
it
best of
comes
them.
out, huh?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
and now I'm stuck in a position where I shouldn't be telling him how to parent. At the same time, she's 4, and of course she's not listening and going. She's 4, but she's like better than any 4-year-old. My brother will vouch. I mean, she cleans. Her room is sparkly. She's an amazing kid. However, she is in that fresh stage where she's like, I'm doing what I want. I was really upset, about the appropriation of the way approaching it.
And I am in agreement that I did overreact.
Over the role.
No, it wasn't over the roll. It was
He
over
was
the,
like, she fucking rolled her eyes at
it's a blatant
me.
disrespect. That's the thing. And as a father, you understand that. Now,
4.
did I maybe overreact a little bit? Yes.
4.
But
Not Jeffrey, not Lewis going,
no, but like I said to her, sometimes you gotta make a statement.
How do you feel about making a statement?
I agree.
Thank you. Sometimes you gotta make a statement.
I agree. It's the last thing we have left. in
Actions
that-
are louder than words.
It's the last thing we have left is creating a little bit of fear almost, and that understanding that you need to give respect.
I agree with that. And I am big on respect. And I'm telling you right now, like, I will tell my kids all the time, like, fuck off. I'm not saying I'm the perfect parent. I don't yell at my kids. However, I feel like when it comes to the girls, I should be more of the heavy. And when it comes to the boys, he should be more the heavy. Because to me, I wish mommy would have said to me, shut your fucking mouth and slap me. But she didn't. Daddy did. And it made me uncomfortable that he was a man and I was a girl.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't even where I had a
But
area
you
where I
also-
could say anything.
yeah,
My
but-
dad backhanded me before I could fucking answer.
But you also had a whole different dynamic
Yeah,
at that age.
the problem-
like,
the
you know what I'm
problem-
saying? Like, it's not like, for one, you didn't really get along with your dad at the time. For two, it's a different scenario because you still had Bob in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was a whole bunch of different factors here.
Her dad.
Yeah,
I know.
you get what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
I think it was very different in our position because in our household, mommy never got any help from our biological father.
Right.
So with Jeff or Daddy coming in, he took a role of dominance
Over everything.
over everything, and mommy just gave it. She just gave in. She just said, okay, you want to be the dad, take it. Mm-hmm. And so she kind of got cozy in that role. Mm-hmm. And in that aspect, Daddy was never a father. He never, like I was the closest thing he had to raising a kid from birth. And I was, 2.5, 2, 3.
No, you were one and a half when he was babysitting.
Right, when he was babysitting, but not like when he was...
Now he's a dad,
yeah,
right, yes.
Right, so now he doesn't have the instinct because he didn't birth.
Have a child.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Child.
Right. Which is what I
So,
always said.
so you know, he
And
was
it's
going
baby
off,
steps even as parenting, because
Yeah.
when you have your first child,
you know. So he
adjust
was
to
being
this
jumped
new
in
life.
to almost Robert, who was almost 10.
So he was
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Desiree was
You know,
5.
So like,
I was
it's
3.
so big of gaps where you're like, now he's learning with Jeffrey, with little adults,
Right.
in an age where, you know, you could be more aggressive.
And again, I want to explain the situation. You know, here's my dad who
At
walked
least I ain't
into.
hitting them, right?
Here's
Yeah.
the situation though. In the 80s, here is my dad who, you know, had no experience being his own father and had 4 kids that weren't his blood children, all kind of rebelling.
Yeah,
at
and he didn't
different
have a father.
times.
You know, he didn't have a dad.
He didn't have a father, exactly. And my grandmother beat him up with fucking cords, and my grandmother beat my mother up with cords, and you know, like that's just how they were raised. Not that I was ever hit with anything, and I wasn't. And I will not sit here and say
got
my
hit with a
dad.
wooden spoon.
Wait, I will not sit here and say my dad ever closed his fist and punched me in my face. But there was definitely a handful of times he backhanded me and I had a bloody nose, or he fucking pulled me by my hair around the house and then I shaved my hair off. There were moments we had that, but you know, now in this day and age, you know, from my childhood, I carry that anxiety. And I would never want my daughter to grow up thinking that it's all right for a man to talk to her like that, or her grow up like me and have her own crosses to bear, you know, with anger or with discipline or with whatever. So I'm just trying to avoid having my daughter grow up the way I did in an emotional feeling.
Earl's got it right.
Right, though.
Earl's got it right here. You know, a lot of parents today try to be their friends instead of being parents. And all parents try to be their friends, but there's a fine line.
There's a line. Absolutely.
There's a fine
fucking
line, and,
That's
and
right.
some parents let that line get blurred. Also, NF Punk, Mark is a permanent fixture. He's going to be here every week on both shows as long as he's available.
Yes.
But yeah, as far as the foreseeable future, he
I
will
hope
be
so. My
here
brother's
going
an
forward.
awesome person.
Yes, I love having him here.
Yeah, I think, and it's like with parents and their relationships, especially today, you know, it's such a sensitive culture.
Right.
You know, again, I yell at Jeffrey and I punish him for the time that we're discussing things. But
Right.
I was punished for an entire summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your
2.5 months,
In
I
your
couldn't
room.
leave my room.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to ask for permission to go to the bathroom. Like,
it's the truth. Can
and
I
that's-
do this? Can I do that?
right. And,
What did
and
you do?
I didn't do well in 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
How not well?
No, like 70s.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Passing.
It wasn't good.
Or
but
he was-
again,
he
the
was talking
teacher,
in school,
the
or, you know.
Here's a really crazy story. Like, the teacher was this very dominating person, and she didn't like me. I don't know why she didn't like me, but I was in class and I had to go to the bathroom. She wouldn't let me go to the bathroom. I wound up peeing myself in class, and the whole fucking class noticed and
now
laughed.
You're a pee kid, yeah. I
And-
would have ridiculed you for the rest of the time I've known you.
Thanks, Rock.
Yeah.
No, you know. So again, it was like, and she sat there and was like, "Well, I didn't think you really had to go."
Well,
And
I
that's-
did, clearly, you
and,
stupid
and
cunt.
so that was the kind of person she was.
Yeah.
So I didn't do any work. Like I was
Yeah,
scared to
fuck
do
her,
anything.
Yeah.
And so I wound up not doing well that year, and I got punished. I was punished for the entire summer. So
And that
like,
wasn't just like the only punishment though either. You know, we're
No.
not going to get into details, but my dad was very hard on my brother when he wouldn't do his homework.
right.
And I've talked to Rocky about that before, so he knows. But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had a really tough house life. Like, and I fought a lot in school, and people wanted to know why. You know, people picked on my brother, and I would fight boys for my brother because I would be so protective over what we dealt with at home.
See, I had the complete and total opposite.
Crazy. Yeah.
It was hard.
Complete and
Again, though,
total
let me just say
opposite.
something really quick because
Yeah.
as we're talking about how harsh Daddy was, if I had a fight, he was the one hiding in the bushes to make sure I was all right. He'd be at
Yeah.
school fighting.
No,
with
he
me.
was wonderful.
He
And
was
not for nothing,
a good. He was a
he
good
made you into
dad.
the people
He
you
just-
are today. You know,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see
Right,
where
right.
he was coming from.
Right.
Like as an
Yeah.
outsider, I could see he was trying to instill hard work and
And then think about
you
four
know,
kids
that
who
there's-
aren't yours telling you fuck yourself.
He's trying to
Yeah.
instill in you that there's rules in the real world, and
Yeah.
like his methods going about it may have been a little
We were
harsher
lucky.
than I would say than most, but he was doing what he thought was right as far as I see it,
How
he
and
thought
trying to
he
make
could
you
do it.
and trying to make you into men and women.
It
Yes.
wasn't malicious, and he wasn't abusive.
Yes,
He wasn't
exactly.
doing it because he had a bad day.
No,
right,
no.
exactly,
You know?
exactly. It was when it was needed
right,
to be.
Right. And I mean, you know, and here's the thing is the problem for our upbringing, what made it so difficult was we didn't have the other side. We didn't have the softer side.
Yeah, he
you know,
wasn't.
because again, it was like mommy was in her room,
Don't
and we would
bother
knock
her.
on the door, and he would answer, and we would never get to her.
Yeah.
You know, she'd be
or
leaving
he'd
to
leave
go
and
to
be like, don't knock on the door,
Yeah.
don't bother your mother.
Right. You know, so it always wound up being like we never got that softer side. And again, they were just doing the best they could because now we look back and like she was working all night.
Oh my God.
You know?
So many
So,
jobs.
yeah,
and I have
you know.
one who's not my blood, and it's hard enough as it is, and
Right.
he had 4.
Yeah.
See, I
You
just
know?
had to go through. All right, I just have to get through this moment right here,
Right.
and then everything will be fine again. And then that's there, and we move forward. And then mom goes to work, I go to school, I come home, I run out, and then I come home and I come home.
Right. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yours was different.
You know?
I couldn't leave my porch, actually. I had to hang out with my friends on my porch. I wasn't allowed in my house. We weren't allowed in my room. That's not how.
I was self-sufficient at like 9 years
We were
old.
self-sufficient. We were cleaning bathrooms at 9
No,
years
no,
old.
I know,
we
but
weren't
I
allowed
mean, like,
to
I would
do
get off the bus,
Yeah.
go
what
home,
normal
drop my
kids would
books
do.
off, do my homework. You know, mom wasn't there at 3:00, or I was a latchkey kid for a little bit.
Yeah.
But then once I was old enough, which was like 9 or 10, like I said, to go home alone, it was just
No,
all right,
we
home.
didn't. We didn't. It wasn't like that for us. And I even try to tell my kids these days. You know, my daughter, she's going to be 20, and I really try to level with her, and she'll talk to me about things that no normal kids will talk about with their parents, and I love that. But I think it helps a lot that I was a kid that didn't have anybody to talk to. My best friend to talk to was Mark. Like my brother, when I would run away, because again, I have to be honest, like my brother definitely dealt with my father. He was not easy. However, my brother played football. My dad loved him. You know, Desiree was his favorite. Robert and him just never really got along. And I was the one that always rebelled, and he just didn't like me, is what I felt. However, when we grew up, my dad and I got very close. But as a kid, you see this. I tell my kids all the time, like, you're lucky that I'm the type of parent you can say, hey, Ma, I had sex. I would like to get on birth control. Or, hey, Ma, I tried smoking weed. Or, hey, Ma, I'm at a party and they're drinking. Can you grab me? I am that parent where you don't got to worry about me being the why? Yeah. No,
Yeah, what are you doing?
I want to be there
What do you
for
mean,
you.
what are you
I want to
doing?
talk to you and educate. Let me educate you on the safety about sex. You're 19, you're going to be 20. I know you're doing it. Let's do things the right way. I want to be a supportive parent, not a directive parent, if that makes any sense. You know?
Right.
No, I agree.
I
You
mean-
gotta let them make the decision.
But what's funny to me is the parents that act surprised, like she said, like if you're to call somebody and mom I'm at a cat party and they got a little drunk. You're what? You're what? Why are you surprised? She's 16 years old. She's at a
Right.
keg
Right.
party, a little drunk. Like, why is this a shocking?
It
as
happens.
if
My
no
kid's
one's
not
ever
drinking
done
every
this.
day
Yeah.
and
You
being
know
a
what I
delinquent
mean?
and fucking doing drugs. I didn't even get
Yeah,
a chance
it's not
to
like,
be
you
a
know,
delinquent.
you
I
would
mean,
promote it
you know,
either, but, you know,
I
I'm
had
not
friends
gonna-
over. That's what I did. Like I didn't do. I left there, or I
was
was
always
late.
out.
I was late. Like I didn't do.
I was always out of the house.
The one time I had
always.
people over, like the one time I had people over
Yeah.
inside my house when my parents weren't
It was
there,
ready
we
to
got
get
robbed.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course. The one I let people in, the one time. But, you know, like we had a different upbringing. So now with my children, going back to the subject, you know, now with my children, I try to be more realistic with them. You know, with Lewis, I try to be more understanding. Actually, can you grab me a glass of wine, please? Thank you. You know, Mark, with my kids, I try to be like the different parent.
Yeah.
It's not easy because, you know, with Lewis, I see a lot of our similar issues. Like when I was little, like Bob would say things to me and then I would come home and act out. And I see that he comes back different than when he left. And
Yeah.
I know that I'm the one going, I have no problems with anybody. I don't want problems with anybody. I support and I love Barbara because that's his mother. I would never be disrespectful. However, my son comes here and will say to me, I don't know why my mom and her sisters talk about you. That's sad. He's
Yeah.
only 9.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that you and Rocky didn't work out. And it's been in actually March will be 8 years. I'm not a flyby. I'm not going anywhere. I potty trained him. I was class parent, preschool, first grade, second grade. This is the first year, third grade, when I was going into fourth, that I did not do class parent. She said she wanted the job. She never went to the parties. I ended up going anyway. So I go, I'm not a flyby. I'm a good person to him, and I'm good to you.
Yeah.
But she continuously pushes against, kind of like Bob,
Right.
how he did to us. It's difficult for kids.
It really is, and you go again. It's his mom, you know. So you know, again, you're doing the right thing by keeping your opinions to yourself,
Right.
good, bad, or indifferent, of
Right.
what you really feel,
Right.
and you're just being loving and supporting. The problem is the only attention he's getting over there is the negative attention.
Exactly.
You know, so he'll do anything for that attention, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right, 'cause that's
And-
his
And
mom.
that's the same thing that I see with my son. You know, I mean, he
Right.
goes and he gets all this weird stuff, like she was telling him things about me that a 9-year-old
Does not
shouldn't
need to
even
know.
shouldn't even think about. You know, and so he doesn't always say things to me, but he'll say, Dad, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And then he'll go, yeah, you know what, never mind. You know, and it's like, it'll take me a little bit of time talking to him, like, hey, what are you thinking about? What's the matter? What's going on? You know, because the people who don't want the responsibility of
Right.
being a parent, they're just doing it because they're like, it's a guilt trip for everybody. Oh, I'm a parent. You
I'm
know, like,
his mother.
Oh, I'm a mom.
I get that all the time. I'm
know,
his mother,
I'm
and
a
I'm like,
mom.
okay, and I'm a nobody.
Oh, fucking weirdos.
Right.
You know, so then, you know, like that kind of person is using the children. It's an accessory to
It's
their
very
life.
sad. It's
It is.
very fucking
They don't really
sad.
want the responsibility to raise the child, because if they did, or they understood what a responsibility is,
Right.
they would put the children first.
Exactly, and
all
say-
thoughts, all opinions, all ideas, all activities.
Right.
The children are first.
Right, exactly. And now, if I was a piece of shit of a parent, or if I was a bad person, thank you, sweetheart, then I would understand. But, you know, and I will always reflect, my husband will tell you, not one time ever have I ever said to my son how I really feel about her.
Right.
I'm always like, I don't know why mom doesn't like me. I like mom. I don't know why this. I don't know why mom won't let you sleep over. You know, you have to think about the kids themselves is what's going to grab whatever's going on,
Right.
and then drag it with them through life.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. We drag our shit through life. And I know that I look back and go, fuck, I shouldn't have did that. And I'm like, why am I thinking about that? It was fucking 30 years ago. I'm 38 years old. I don't fucking care what I did when I was 9 or 10. You know?
Yeah.
But like
Right.
but the kids, you know, since we know we do this, that's what we know they will do. So I
Yeah.
try to avoid that, and it's kind of hard because he is a great dad. He's an amazing person. He's a great dad. He colors. He fucking plays video games. He plays basketball. He goes to the park and does swings. He plays Barbies. I'm not kidding. My husband does it all. However, now here's the question after we've gone all this far. How do we come to an agreement parenting that doesn't affect me from my old feelings when I was a child, and then doesn't stop him from being the father he thinks he needs to
because
be?
we can't change who we are.
Right.
And I mean, you could try to suppress it a little bit and try to, you know, not be as aggressive, but this is who we are. So your way is your way, my way is my way, and it's neither way is right or wrong. It's just they're different, and that's really all it is.
I think what's happening here is what you're seeing is your feelings
Experiences.
and reactions
That's what I'm
to
saying,
it.
yes.
But it's the opposite.
Right,
So
exactly.
him, it's like, this is so functional. This is perfect. This is my opportunity to be this figure.
Right.
And then you're like, whoa, that figure
Scares me.
scares me.
Oh,
Right.
This is a Lulu.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, Ma. How are you? This is
She-
Ginger
I'm
for
good.
everybody.
How are you?
I'm good, Ma. Come on in. Talk to me. I love it. I'm glad you called.
Well, I'm loving your conversation.
Thank you.
But to answer your question, you don't change anything. You parent the way you parent, and he parents the way he parents.
Right.
And neither one of you interferes with the other.
Right.
Because you have to respect the way he parents,
Right.
and he has to respect the way you parent.
Right.
And what you don't understand is that my granddaughter is extremely smart. And she plays one against the other, and she does it deliberately, waiting for the reaction. And she gets exactly the reaction that she expects.
Right.
She expects him to yell, and she expects you to defend her.
Well, now this is the thing, Ma. Wait 1 second. So when we were in the kitchen and this is happening, I was defending his throwing a piece of bread across the room, screaming at her like she was a man. I was defending that and saying inappropriate reaction. I did not tell him he was wrong. And then in front of her, I told her, now go in your room because you are punished.
Now, Mom,
It
I did
wasn't-
make this statement also, though.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you need to make a statement.
I do agree with
Well,
the statement. I don't
And
agree
I
with the
and I
throwing.
agree. You're defending that he overreacted, but he knows.
I
he
agree, though.
overreacted.
I know I did. Absolutely.
And he doesn't need you to defend him, and he does, and especially not to yell at him in front of her.
Right.
I did this, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
I had a child, very, very, very smart,
Mm-hmm.
and his father used to say that he didn't know what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that I misunderstood him and I overreacted and I this and I that. And when I went to a child psychologist, what the child psychologist said to me was, it doesn't matter what you do or what you say, as long as you present a united front. It's you against them.
Absolutely.
And as crazy as that sounds,
No, that's
Ma,
our motto.
We agree, and that
Yeah.
is exactly how we behave.
it
However,
is absolutely true because she is smarter than you and him put together.
now let me tell you, Ma. Now let me tell you, all right? This isn't just pertaining to Valentina; it's also pertaining to Lewis, and there are very, very few, of course, with both of them. But Lewis in the past 3 or 4 months. Something will happen and Rocky will lose his cool, and I am in the middle of that one too. It's not just Valentina that I feel the need to defend. I feel that sometimes when it comes to them and disciplining them, if I tell them you're fucking wrong, go in your room, time out, or if he says
She just doesn't like the loud booming. It bothers her. That's really it.
You also know your son, Ma, and he can go from
Yes, I
zero.
do.
He goes to 0 to 1,000, and it makes everybody
Hulk.
cry and get expressive. So I jump in front of Lou
David
and
Bannon,
Val
David
because
Bannon, David-
they're
Hulk.
little. Anna, it's
and
game on.
unfortunately,
No in between.
he got
No
that
need.
from me.
But it's not about getting it from you, Ma. We love you, and you're an amazing part of everything that we have going on.
But I am a yeller,
what you said
and
a
I
minute
am one of those people who is very, very patient
Right.
until I'm not.
Right.
And when I'm not, it's motherfuck you.
Right, and it's a true, and
Not-
it's the
it's
truth.
not go to your room. It's I'm going to break every fucking bone in your body.
Ma, and I get it. However,
like
okay.
Guinea temper we
However, I get it. However, let's just for a second look at Lewis, and then tell me you wouldn't tell Rocky calm down. I mean, he's. Rocky will say, well, how was your day? I don't know.
Ooh.
How was your day? I don't know. What'd you do today? I don't know. What's your friend's name? I don't know. What the fuck you mean you don't know? And in that moment, I'm going, Lewis, just tell him something. And then I'm looking at Rocky going, stop yelling at him. And I'm looking at Lewis going, just answer them, guy. I just want, I want there to be a moment of clarity, just knowing that as children, they will carry this on, and I think about that a lot with both my children.
But we all, yes, and I totally agree, and I totally agree that that shouldn't happen. But the truth of the matter is, it does happen. It happens everywhere, in all houses,
Absolutely.
in all families, and we all carry the baggage of our parents.
Mm-hmm.
And while I made my mistakes, and you'll make different mistakes, you'll make mistakes. And when they grow up,
You mean Jess,
they'll make
right? I
their
mean, I
own
don't make mistakes,
based
Ma.
on
I'm
what-
perfect.
Fuck
based on what you did.
Ma, tell everybody I'm
Ma,
perfect.
tell everybody no backseat. Perfect. I'm not even allowed to give him back. Fuck that, she said. No, but for real though, Ma, and it's the truth. And I'm so glad that you not only listened, but that you called in because your son and me. I mean, the past will be 8 years in March. We have come so far and so
Oh, yeah.
so beyond with our children and our relationship.
But I used to when I was like I said, I was a screamer, and I can remember when I used to go to this child psychologist, especially with my older son, and I would sit there and go, "Oh my God, I think I'm abusing him," and he said to me, "Did you put him in the oven?" And I said, "No," and he said, "Then you're not abusing him."
Oh, that's his fault. That's the line. It's either the oven or.
It wasn't. No, what he was trying to
kind
say
of
was,
doctor is this?
Are you beating him? Are you
In the 90s,
what you're
the oven
doing?
was
You
around.
do the best you can with what you have,
Right.
And your children many times push you on purpose.
Right.
And with Vincent, it was a deliberate act.
Right.
He would push me until he got the show. Mm-hmm. And then he got the show. And then he'd sit there like, oh,
And
my
then it's
God.
poor me.
And I'd go to my room and cry
Yeah.
because I was such a terrible mother.
But
Right.
then they play that poor
We-
me bullshit because you did it.
We
No.
all
Yes.
do this.
Yes.
And we all carry the things that our parents, I mean, my father left when I was 10. My father was a bastard. We all know this. My mother used to go, I'm telling you the truth, when I watched Mommy Dearest, I actually said to my friends, what's wrong with him? That doesn't seem like bad parenting to me.
Mommy Dearest. And this is my mother-in-law.
Just a wire hanger, though.
She does take care of my children sometimes, I might add.
Who thought nothing of taking a wooden hanger and chasing you around the house with it. She was the best mother ever that ever lived.
Right.
But I mean, there was no way you were ever going to defy this woman. She'd beat the living shit.
I remember she went after my brother once because he did something to me, and my nanny went after him, and I was like, "Get him, nanny!"
But you know, I mean, this is, you know, we carry. Everybody carries the baggage from their own parents, from where they came from, and we all try to do better than our parents did, and in trying to do better than our parents did, we make different mistakes.
Right.
You know,
Parents of
millennials who were brought up in strict households and, you know, made to do this and made to do that and you know, with all these rules and now they've raised a generation of millennials who think they don't have to do anything.
And now let me ask you, Ma, listen, and you're older than us and you're looking at your son and you're looking at me and you know who I am and what I do, you know who he is and what he does. Our upbringing, tell me it did not create two of the greatest human beings ever. I'm not being a dick.
Whoa.
No, wait a minute.
Stop worrying about it.
I'm not. I'm not worried.
Ma, can we just get this on record? I was Nanny's favorite.
Oh my God.
Well, after Allison.
Well, no, Allie was Kaylee, and you know I was Lois.
Yeah.
Listen.
Allison was the first, and she was the girl, and she was the only one for a very, very, very long time.
Right. Listen, it's not about you,
Rob.
So, but what I'm saying is that not that we are perfect, but we are very good human beings. We are good parents. We are hardworking. I would never sit around with my thumb in my ass. I'm not that kind of wife. And my husband doesn't sit around with his doing nothing. He fucking works his ass off for us. And we are contributing partners into the relationship. And these conversations we have make us grow to become better people. And I appreciate that.
Well, a lot of people would let this damage their relationship.
But
you know what I mean? Where we always look at as everything as like a lesson to be learned.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that your children will adjust to your parenting.
Yeah.
Right.
Valentina expects Rocky to yell at her.
Mm-hmm. I know. I hate
because
that.
Then she runs to mommy and goes, "He yelled at me."
And you know, just like she expects, you know, Lewis to be treated one way and her to be treated another way, and just like I mean, she has actually said to me when she's come here and been staying here, and she'll come in and she'll go, "Lewis did this to me," and I'll go away, Valentina, don't bother me, and she'll come back and she'll go, "Well, maybe I should have told you something else."
No, she is. Well, let's just realistically, she's 4 people. She's 4. I'm not saying she's dumb.
I can't wait
she's
until
very
she's 23
smart.
and Jess is still going to be going.
She's
She's 23, Rocky. She's only
4.
23.
No, legit though, legit. I even say it. I'm like, Lewis is only 9, Rocky. He is a little boy. When they come to a point where they're in puberty, 13, 14 years old, it's a different story than from when they're fucking 5, 4.
Jowls. I would grab him by his jowls,
Jessica.
and I would go, "You're going to look at me."
Puberty is too late. Lewis is only 9. Only 9? Bullshit. Lewis knows exactly what he's doing.
He's smarter than everybody in the house.
Lewis knows exactly what he's saying to everyone he speaks to. Lewis is also very smart. He knows when he's playing mommy against daddy.
I know it. I know.
Absolutely, he knows. They know.
Lewis might be the smartest person we all know, including my mother on the phone right now. He just hasn't excelled in it yet.
Than you think. By the time they get to Kaylee's age, you're done. It's too late. It's way too late.
Further.
Yeah.
12, 13, 14,
I'm not
saying that.
I'm not saying not to discipline Ma, but I'm saying when it comes to a level of discipline per age. Yeah, aggressiveness per age. Yeah. You know, I wish she would turn around to Anna and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But he wouldn't do that now because she's old enough. He looks at her and goes, "What's going on, bro?" with our younger
Right.
ones, he has no patience. There's no patience. I'm not kidding. I was like, Valentina, take a bite. She picked up her bun. He goes, Valentina, put that down, take a bite. I said, Val, take a bite of the chicken and green beans. Do not do that. She took a picture. It took that minute. It was,
But
I
it's-
was upset.
it's-
To be
the
fair, though,
response.
wait, hold on. To be fair,
She rolled her eyes at him.
No,
he
no,
said.
no, no,
No,
no,
no, no.
That has nothing to do with it. I was already worked up to begin with, Ma. You know, I was
Oh,
worked
yeah,
up.
from work. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
bad work.
but
Bad
I'm just
day.
saying, I was worked up to begin with.
I know
Also,
all the
that's
stuff
definitely
that-
a factor into this. It's
I
not,
agree.
you know.
It's the response you're going to get. Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
have to do that to Anna because she's an adult now. Her
And because
brain can
Anna, I can
process.
And
sit
not only
down,
that,
I can
but
explain
Anna
to
is a
Anna and
perfect
go,
example.
Anna, this is what you did wrong. This is why it's wrong. Do
Right.
you understand? And she goes, I actually do, Dad. I do. Everything you said, I understand, and I'm
And
taking
Anna
it in.
is a perfect example because let's go back a few years with Anna and me. Okay? How many times did Anna come crying? Nana doesn't like me.
Yes.
Nana yelled at me.
Yes.
Nana did this to me or Nana did that to me.
Right.
Now, Anna's got the lay of the land.
Right, and she'll call Nana before she calls Mom.
Okay?
Oh, Anna
So
and Anna. Forget
Anna knows
Anna and
now
Nana.
that when if Nana says, Anna, go fuck yourself, you're full of shit, she goes, oh, well, maybe I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Not running home to mommy saying, Nana yelled at me.
Well, because Mommy and Daddy
Daddy.
started going, yeah, because Nana's right.
Yeah.
You fucking
See?
idiot.
Every fucking time. I'm like, she's yelling at you. She's fucking right.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long for them to figure it out.
No,
That's
and
my
I get
point.
it, Ma, and you know me, all right? And you know me also, Ma. I'm not easy on the kids. I talk to them how I talk to them. I expect them to behave. I expect them to act their age, if not older. It's my own things I have from my discipline that I get so nervous, and it turns into not even a conversation anymore. Valentina
awesome.
went in her room. She was punished for an hour. Sonny was here, but Sonny had to go downstairs, and Val could not play with her. You know, we finished cleaning up, and then, of course, I say to my husband and to Rocky, I go, you know, it's not even so much that she's wrong. You're right. She is wrong. It's what you did that made me, Mom, my back was turned, and he yelled, and I jumped like as if my dad was yelling. It scared me, and I went,
Right.
"You can't do that."
I did that
to
another
a
time
4-year-old.
when me, her, and Lewis were having dinner, and Lewis
Right.
Yeah.
said something smart to her.
Yes, he said.
Like- like-
yeah. I said, "Don't you get everything you want?"
Like,
and he
oh,
was like, "Sometimes."
Oh, and I fucking slammed my fist on the table. I mean, like a judge
like,
banging a
"Sometimes."
gavel in a
Yep.
crazy courtroom, and I smashed the table. I mean, everything on the table jumped to an inch, and he got shook.
Everybody, because-
but I scared her too. Like I saw her like, oh.
Because you know
Shit,
you're not
like-
and you're not expecting that moment, but I have to tell you that was my entire life. I took pickles at 9, and my dad slapped me for taking a pickle without asking for it. I'm just saying, I'm not, and that's how
Yeah.
hard it was. So with Val or Lewis, I get when they're wrong, and I'm like, you know what? Take their game, put them in their room, tell them to fuck off. I don't care. But the yelling, the amount of the level of the voice.
Right.
I can't control my feeling, Mark. I mean,
you're
you know,
right. No, you're right.
What did you
But-
feel like, Mark, when it was?
You're absolutely right.
Look at the
but-
size of Daddy to you when you'd get in trouble.
No, you're right, and it's the same thing with me and Jeffrey. And I think that the thing is that there has to be a level of aggression to create that respect.
Yeah,
Some intimidation.
I agree.
Some intimidation.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Ma, we're gonna let you go because we're wrapping up soon.
Ma,
Thank
I love
you
you.
for
I'm
calling.
going. I'm tired. Good
Love
night.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, I love when my
My
mother-in-law
mom is the
calls.
best.
That is Rocky's mom, by the way. I call her mom because I have to be
She's your
honest.
mom.
I am so close to this woman. She's an amazing asset to our family and to our lives, and she not only has been here, but she also has helped us grow in so many aspects. We love you.
She's top 3 women I love.
I'm glad that she's top 3.
Well, top
women.
4. Top 4. Top
Yeah,
4.
yeah. I add the number,
Yeah.
top 5.
No, it's 4.
My mom's got to be in there too, you know.
I love your mother, but I mean, she's not
She's-
on the
she
scale
could be number
of
5.
you, my daughters, or my
No,
mom.
she could be number 5.
Oh yeah, but you know, I'm doing
No,
the
but
top
for-
4 here.
No, for really though, like I'm glad that we had
Mom's
this
definitely
conversation
5.
tonight.
Definitely 5.
I'm glad that we came out with everything, you know, and got it out there because again, you know, you came from a different type of childhood than we came from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's hard when you have 2 different parents who look at the situation where he's going, I'll fucking yell once and I don't have to yell again. And I'm going, I get what you're saying, but now me at 38, I still will jump if a man yells. Not that I can't turn around and fucking defend myself, because I can, but that moment, that oh my God, and I cried. I legit looked at Rocky and I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And I was shaking. I'm like, I'm not trying to feel this way. I want, you're right, she's wrong. I just can't take the approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we all get it. We understand.
All right, deep breaths.
No, I'm not saying
Deep
it
breaths.
like that.
Slow it down.
Oh, I'm
Let's bring it back.
totally fine. Now let's talk about dildos. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no dildos tonight.
We're at the
Yeah,
end.
we did the damn
We're
thing.
at
Got
the
the
end of
fucking
our
10
show.
minutes of your pantyhose.
We did the damn thing here.
What about my pantyhose?
And we got 10 minutes of it, so we don't need dildos tonight.
Oh my God. We did have a really great show, and I'm glad that we got to talk about some super important things. I want to throw a few things out there, and then I'll let my husband go, and my brother, of course. Do not forget, do not sleep, and do not give your ears not the opportunity. You better give your ears the opportunity.
Oh my.
That's what I want.
That was
The
a tongue
words went
twister.
the words and movement in my mouth.
I think I know where this is going, though, so I like it.
Do not sleep on it. You fucking go right now and type in Bobby J.
See, I knew because she
Bobby
used the term
J.
sleep. She gets
Rockaway.
hood when she
Yo,
talks about
I'm not
rap.
even joking, because to be honest with you, I come from the 80s again. So I'm from Tupac
And
and
90s.
from
90s.
Biggie, yes, and 90s. And I'm from the rap that actually had a feeling in a moment. And when I listen to this guy's album, I legit will play Let Me Breathe 4 times. Then I jump on Everybody Knows 3 times. And me and Valentina, my daughters, we are singing to it, we're jiving to it. It's great music. He is something good. Check him out. He's on Amazon Music. You can find him pretty much.
iTunes, Google Play,
Google
anywhere,
Play.
Spotify, anywhere you download
Perfect.
music.
Just type in
But
Bobby J.
download it,
Rockaway.
buy it. Don't steal it.
Yes.
Support real
Go
hip hop.
follow him on Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. Do not forget one of my favorite new friends, Opie Radio. Opie, you fucking fisherman smelling motherfucker. We love you, and I love your podcast, and I like listening to it, so I'm shouting you out. If you don't follow him, then you don't love me.
You're a fool.
You must check out also Carl Ruiz. I mean, come on. He's Cuban and he can dance. Now he's got a dope restaurant. You want to be there and you want to hang out with him in his cat pants. Carl Ruiz, La Cubana. It's in the meatpacking district.
Downtown. Manhattan, and also Sabor Chef on Instagram. SABOR Chef.
Yes.
Great Instagram account. Trust me, you'll thank me.
Yes, we're missing Nicole tonight. She needed to get some sleep. She's working a lot. We love you. Sweet Temptations by Nikki, if you want to find her. And you can find me on Twitter, of course, JRabbit55, Periscope, JRabbit55. I have 12,500 followers. You can be my 12,501. And also go to Instagram, Rocky Sus, Super Ugly Show, Twitter, Super Ugly Show, superuglyshow.com. Go to Super Ugly Show. You can go to Rocky Super Ugly Show Jess on Facebook. And let's not forget the one and only, the most important ever. God. No, I'm kidding. Mark, what do you want to say?
Thank God she was
I was
kidding.
joking. Yeah. Mark?
Master of the Universe on Instagram with a period in between each word. And Mark Iorio on Facebook for any personal training, nutrition, diet, any of that other fun stuff, lifestyle changes you're looking
Porn.
for, any kind of porn, memes, and goofy shit. Find me up, hit me up, send me a message. We'll laugh. Rock?
He's in the middle of doing a tongue dance. I hope your mother's still not watching.
I'm a lizard.
She was waiting for
Remember that guy? I'm a lizard. I'm a lizard. Remember that guy?
I'm a fucking blueberry. That's why.
But, you know the
Remember?
deal.
Why do you
Russo's-
think you have the job? He goes, because I'm a fucking blueberry. The
He
state?
doesn't know. You remember the
the
state?
state?
Blueberry Johnson?
Blueberry Johnson. You got to watch before you leave.
Well,
Okay.
because, you know, I mean, but no, I don't like that at all.
I fucking love it, guys. Find us next Tuesday here. Super Ugly Show, YouTube.
Russo'sBrand.com also. Russo'sBrand.com.
We love
Go
Russo's
sign
Brand.
up. And, you know, you get a bunch of stuff over there. $3.95 a month.
Word.
Great stuff. Russo'sBrand.com.
Bye.
Later, guys.